Every time you log into a website, search for something on Google, fill in your credit card on a checkout page, or post a comment on social media, you're using an HTML form. Forms are how users send data to websites. They're everywhere. And if you can't build forms, you can't build web applications. In this video, I'll show you every input type, every attribute, and every pattern you need to build professional forms. And we'll build TaskFlow's Add New Task form from scratch. Let's start with the basics. A form in HTML starts with the form tag. Two attributes matter right away. Action tells the browser where to send the data, like action equals /API/tasks. Method tells the browser how to send it. Get puts data in the URL. You can see it in the address bar. Good for search queries. Post puts data in the request body. Hidden from the URL. Good for creating data, like submitting a new task. Inside the form, you add input fields. Each input needs a name attribute. That's the key that the server uses to identify the data. If the input has name equals title, the server receives the value under the key title. Every input should also have a label tag. Labels describe what the input is for. Connect them using the for attribute on the label and a matching ID on the input. When a user clicks the label, the input gets focused. This matters for accessibility. Screen readers read labels aloud. Without labels, a blind user has no idea what an input field is for. Now let's go through every input type you'll use. Type text is the basic text input, a single line for any text. For TaskFlow, we'll use it for the task title. Type email validates that the input looks like an email address. The browser checks for an @ and a domain. Type password hides the characters as the user types. Each character shows as a dot or asterisk. Type number only allows numeric input. You can set min and max values and a step for increments. Type tel is for telephone numbers. On mobile phones, it shows the number keypad instead of the full keyboard. Type URL validates that the input is a valid web address. Type search works like text but may show a clear button. Each type exists for a reason. Using the right type improves user experience because browsers and phones show the appropriate keyboard or validation. Sometimes you don't want the user to type freely. You want them to choose from options. Type checkbox is for yes or no choices. Mark a task as urgent. Check the box. Multiple checkboxes can be selected at the same time. Type radio is for choosing one option from a group. All radio buttons in a group must share the same name attribute. Priority, low, medium, or high. Only one can be selected. The select tag creates a drop-down menu. Inside it, option tags define each choice. The value attribute on each option is what gets sent to the server. The text between the option tags is what the user sees. Add the selected attribute to set a default option. For TaskFlow, we'll use a drop-down for task status, to do, in progress, done, and radio buttons for priority, low, medium, high. The textarea tag is for multi-line text input. Unlike the input tag, textarea has a closing tag. You can set rows and calls to control its size. For TaskFlow, we'll use a textarea for the task description. HTML has special input types for dates and times. Type date shows a date picker. The user clicks and gets a calendar to select a date. No more typing dates in the wrong format. Type date time local adds a time picker alongside the date. Type time is just the time, no date. Type month lets you pick a month and year. Type week lets you pick a week of the year. All of these return data in a standard format. Date returns year, month, day, like February 25th, 2026. This consistency is important for the server to process correctly. For TaskFlow, we'll use type date for the task due date. You can set a min attribute to today's date so users can't pick dates in the past. Type range creates a slider. Set mean, max, and step to control its range. You could use it for an effort estimate, 1 to 10. Type color opens a color picker. The user picks a color and the value is a hex code. You could use it to let users pick a color label for their tasks. Type file lets users upload files. Add the accept attribute to limit file types. Accept equals image/star only allows images. Add the multiple attribute to allow selecting more than one file. HTML has built-in form validation. You don't need JavaScript for basic checks. The required attribute prevents form submission if the field is empty. The user sees a browser-generated message. Please fill out this field. The min length and max length attributes limit text length. A task title with min length 3 and max length 100 ensures titles are at least 3 characters but not too long. The min and max attributes limit numeric and date values. The pattern attribute takes a regular expression. Pattern equals \d3 \d4 means 3 digits, a dash 4 digits, like a US phone format. The placeholder attribute shows hint text inside an empty input. Enter task title in gray, disappearing when the user starts typing. Important, placeholders are not replacements for labels. They disappear when the user types. Labels stay visible. The disabled attribute makes an input unclickable and grayed out. The read-only attribute shows the value but prevents editing. The autofocus attribute puts the cursor in that input when the page loads. For TaskFlow, we'll make the title required with a minimum length of 3, add a placeholder to the description, and set the default priority to medium. Let's put it all together and build TaskFlow's complete task form. We start with the form tag method post action/API/tasks. First field, task title, a label and a text input, required min length 3, max length 100 with a placeholder. Second field, description, a label and a text area 4 rows with a placeholder that says describe the task. Third field, assignee, a label and an email input with a placeholder that says assignee email. Fourth field, priority, a field set with a legend that says priority. 3 radio buttons sharing the name priority, low, medium, high. Medium is checked by default. Fifth field, status, a label and a select dropdown. 3 options, to do, in progress, done. To do is selected by default. Sixth field, due date, a label and a date input. Seventh field, a submit button. Type submit, value add task. Open this in the browser and try it. Click add task without filling in the title. The browser stops submission and shows a validation message. Fill in the title and click again. The browser tries to submit to /API/tasks. That URL doesn't exist yet, but the form works perfectly. We'll connect it to a real API when we get to the backend videos. Let's review what you've learned. Forms send user data to servers using action and method. Text inputs come in many types: text, email, password, number, URL, tell, and search. Choice inputs include checkbox, radio buttons, and select dropdowns. Textarea handles multi-line text. Date and time inputs give users native pickers. Special inputs include range sliders, color pickers, and file uploads. HTML validation with required min length, pattern, and more catches errors before the data even leaves the browser. Labels are mandatory for accessibility. Always use them. TaskFlow now has a complete task form with title, description, assignee, priority, status, and due date. In the next video, we'll add tables to display our task list, lists for categories, and images for user avatars. See you in the next one.